What are legumes? There are two types of legumes. The first type, forage legumes, are the type that are sown in pasture for livestock, like alfalfa and clover. So those are for animals, and we're not talking about those today, but the type that are made for humans, which are grain legumes, aka also known as pulses. Legume means vegetable in French, and legumes are from the family Leguminosae, from the Fabaceae plant family. The description of grain legumes: herbaceous plants, shrubs, trees, and vines with 1 to 12 edible seeds in the form of a pod that splits along both sides when ripe. The nutritional profile of grain legumes: they contain unsaturated dietary fats, are high in both soluble and insoluble fiber, have hundreds of beneficial plant nutrients, also called phytonutrients. They're a good source of protein, and are high in certain vitamins and minerals, particularly B vitamins, folate, potassium, iron, magnesium, and calcium. In terms of examples of grain legumes: beans, peas, peanuts, sprouts, lentils, and soybeans are all legumes. The forms these come in include fresh, dried, canned, sprouted, roasted, and pureed. Is it important to soak legumes? And the answer is yes. Legumes are seeds, and seeds, of course, are in the business of growing. So the seeds want to make it through you alive and be planted in what we'll call well-fertilized soil. They do not want to be eaten or digested, so they're actually coated with layers of protective enzymes and acids to help preserve them. Many of these protective enzymes are toxic to humans. So some of the seed's enzymes actually tell your body to not digest them. These are called enzyme inhibitors because they keep your body from creating all of the necessary digestive juices to break down the seed's outer coating. Other protective acids in legumes can keep your body from absorbing essential minerals like calcium, zinc, iron, and magnesium. So you should soak the beans to eliminate or get rid of many harmful protective chemicals and allow for easier digestion and greater nutritional absorption and benefit. Ideally soaking for 36 hours and rinsing with fresh water, ideally 4 times during the process. What are popular examples of dried and canned legumes? Cranberry or shell beans, azuki, oriental red beans, black kidney, great northern, navy, mung or green gram, pinto, red kidney or chili bean, black turtle, also called black Spanish, Tampico, or Venezuelan beans, black-eyed, scarlet runner, small red, garbanzo, also known as chickpeas, Peruvian, white kidney, green split pea, cannellini, also known as white kidney beans, and finally molasses face, also known as yellow-eyed chana bean or dot-eye bean. So pretty. Roasted legumes are often referred to as nuts, and they're easier to digest than raw legumes. Fava beans, also known as broad beans, pigeon beans, horse beans, and Windsor beans. You see them here both raw and cooked. And then they can get roasted to become fava nuts, fava beans. Soybeans, also known as edamame. When they become roasted, we see them as soy nuts, often salted as a snack. Peanuts, we see them here raw. Peanuts are a legume, and those become roasted to become peanuts that we all know. So peanuts are legumes, not technically nuts. Sprouted legumes. Sprouts are the edible shoots of germinated legumes, and they too are easier to digest than raw legumes. Sprouting actually more than doubles the energy value of the legume. And these lend themselves very nicely to sprouting: alfalfa, clover, mung beans, peas, snow peas, and garbanzo beans. What are popular examples of fresh and raw legumes? Yellow beans, runner beans, asparagus pea, field pea, green beans, also called haricots verts, which is the French word for them, snow peas, lima beans or butter beans, a couple others, soybeans, And finally, asparagus bean, also called Chinese long bean or snake bean. And you see those often in Chinese markets. They're very cool looking and very tasty. What are popular examples of cool beans? We're going to end with this. Couldn't resist. There are just so many pretty looking beans out there. European Soldier, Appaloosa, Christmas Lima, Jacob's Gold Cattle, Snowcap, and Tiger Eye. Such cool names too. So there you go. Now you know more about legumes.